this video, I will make a timeline of social networks, when they were born and what purposes. Social networks are internet sites formed by communities of individuals with interests or activities in common, such as friendship, kinship, work, and that allow the contact between them so that they can communicate and exchange information. Social networks have now had a multidisciplinary impact. Many people through internet networks are trying to get the love of their life, a job through WhatsApp interview, promote their business via Facebook. The first social network emerged in 1997. Its name was 6 Degrees and was developed by the company Macrobio. It offered the possibility of generating user profiles and lists of friends. Then the social networks began to become known with the appearance in 2003 of Hi-Fi, MySpace, Friendster, or Tree. These will have new applications that will facilitate the interaction between people registered in a social network. I still remember my first social network, Hi-Fi, and I remember I had a lot of fun doing my profile that was then an avatar according to how you consider your personality and, of course, your physical appearance. And since there were always in social networks reasons enough to suspect people, since not all registered hi-fi users say that the truth about who they were. In 2003, also LinkedIn was born as a social network in order to foster business relations. Google, for its part, soon launched its own social network. In January of 2004, published Orkut, supporting an experiment that one of its employees released in their free time. In the same year, Facebook was born, one of the most successful social networks in the internet that will allow to establish ties with old friends and coworkers, besides offering a multitude of games to entertain the user. In 2066, another one of grades was created, Twitter, in which in a few words ideas are expressed professional experience. For example, through this network we know how the conflicts between the President of the United States and North Korea go. For example, Donald Trump launched one of his most controversial tweets this September 23. He said that he had just heard the speech at the United Nations of the North Korean Foreign Minister Ri Jong-ho and said that if he is transmitting the ideas of the little rocket man, they will not be around for much longer. This is just an updated example of the president's multiple tweets. But now we know that the tweets was criticized not only for its possible international consequences, but also for contravening Twitter rules. WhatsApp was founded in 2009 by Jane Cohn, formerly the director of Yahoo platform operations team. Originally, WhatsApp was a smart agenda utility where you could see what each person was doing in order to know if he was available to talk or if it was better to contact her at another time via SMS. In addition to using text mode messaging, contact book users can create groups and send each other image, videos, and audio recordings. In 2010, Instagram was created for the first time that allowed to share photos and videos from anywhere using vintage filters and retro colors. Snapchat was born in 2010, created by a group of students of the University of Stanford. It's a messaging application with multimedia support of image. Its main hallmark is ephemeral messaging, where image and message can be accessed only for a certain time chosen by users. As conclusion, as we can see, there is a lot of history behind social networks and must have started with a common purpose, that is entertaining. However, now there is much more public that joins social networks than previously. The impact that has generated social networks often force you to be part of one. For example, WhatsApp is very important to establish work of groups such as work of parents, groups of friends, and even groups of students to perform work at university level. I think social networks are fun and we should have the right measure of each. Thank you.